Today I'm going to teach you how to prepare your 3D printing model using the Bambu Studio. And it's really easy actually, even though the interface may look really intimidating. All you need to pay attention to is just two tabs, prepare and preview. And the whole process is probably going to take less than 2 minutes. So first of all, you're just going to pop your little STP file right into the window. You can actually drag and drop it. But before we do that, we need to make sure that your file is in .stp or like .step. You can get more precision with the way it's printed using a printer. Drag and drop it to the window, and this will just appear. Usually like this, you don't really have to worry about it. I'll just put OK. I like to make sure that this little piece is centered in case you just move it by accident. Click on it, you'll see this white color bounding box. You right click it and you center it. If you have more than one object, Ctrl A, Command A to select more than one object. It works either way if you have only one. The next thing you need to do is to select your printer. When you are new to Bambu Lab, there's probably going to be a lot of printers, but not the one that you have, which is the Ender 3 version 2 0.4 nozzle. You just need to go to Select, Remove Printers, and scroll all the way down to Quality, which is the brand of your printer, and select the Ender 3 V2, which is this one. It has a 0.4mm nozzle, which is actually brass. And make sure that you have it selected, and when you confirm it, remember to select it over here under the printer section. And when you select it, just click use modified value, and you can see like the printing plate has changed to fit the Quality Ender one. And this is quite important because if your object is oversized, it may print outside bounds and that will be a problem. So just remember to make sure that your printer is correct, which is over here, Quality Ender 3 version 2. And your object is within this printing plate. So before we slice the object, right, there's actually two things I would like you to pay attention to, which is the strength printing infill and the size. But first of all, the strength. I like to make sure that the surface pattern is printed as a rectilinear because it allows for a greater structural integrity. When I printed as like concentric, it had a lot of issues with stringing, because concentric is mostly printing from the outside in. So I like to choose rectilinear. For sparse infill density, values between 15 to 40 will be recommended. The larger your object, the higher your recommended infill. And as for wall loops, 4 will be recommended, but since I'm printing something quick, I think I'll settle with 3. So that's just the strength. We were talking about size earlier. Size scale is the box with an arrow out there. This is the icon, so you click on it. And you just have to double check whether this is the correct scale. It will be millimeters by default. When I'm ready, I'm just going to slice the plate. Slicing allows you to preview the layers in which the 3D printer is going to print. In some cases where you print objects with an overhang, it will generate like a support. So sometimes you can check on it as well. So as you can see how it's going to be laid on. And yeah, so that's actually all. So right now I'm just going to export it to G-code. So this is the code that the Ender printer will read. If it's not in G-code, it's not going to be able to read it. So I'm just going to click export and make sure that it's chosen as the Ender exportable drive, Ender. And then I'm going to rename it, and that's about it. I think this is ready to print.